Hi guys, back at it again with another time lapse. This time I've got a spaceship landscape combo for you. Did a lot of exploration in this one in regards to color and other tools. I'll be talking about that shortly. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I started off with a previous painting I had, which I wasn't happy with. So I got some criticism for it. That helped me push it to the next level. I highly encourage this if you're struggling with a piece or just don't know where to go with it. I do crit sessions on my stream regularly, so if you're interested, just send them in and I'll give you an honest opinion. So I totally revamped the composition and I redid the color scheme. There's a lot more design added to the ship as well. I tried to keep the original colors intact, but I also wanted to spice it up a little. So I added some oranges, purples, and teals. I wanted to talk about some of the tools I'm abusing, which I think will add to any digital artist's repertoire if they're not using them already. The lasso tool is probably my favorite tool right now. It's extremely versatile. You can use it in conjunction with all the other great tools in Photoshop, like the mixer brush and the blur tool, as well as the primary use with large texture brushes. The lasso tool allows me to create very hard vector-like edges, which really separates objects out and really allows me to mess about with large textures. I can create strange textures in a very confined space. It also is great for knocking back shapes into the background with a little bit of diffuse blue or desaturated color. Another tool I want to talk about is the blur tool, especially the mover function. There's a couple of presets for it floating around. You could probably find Noah Bradley's presets. He has a couple of the movers, and you could probably Google something else. So what it allows you to do is create sharp edges and also smooth out some of the inconsistencies in textures. Generally create a much more appealing look for hard surface objects as well as certain other things, maybe skin or very smooth looking things. The only real problem with the blur tool is it lags a lot, which kind of slows me down, and I don't really enjoy that. But if you're not sampling all layers, it actually does quite fine. So if you're bold and brash like me, you can just do a one layer painting and then it becomes a very valuable asset. Alright, I think that's enough about tools. I wanted to talk about some of the choices I made in the painting, including color choices or how I arrived at them. As I already said, I had a previous painting which I cannibalized, so I already had some of the yellows and blues and some purples, but I really enjoy adding some of the opposite colors. So I figured, you know, maybe some warm oranges, some desaturated browns, maybe a couple of pinks, reds in there, maybe for the background some greens. I used a neon green for the ship's gas trail. There weren't many colors left that could work with the highly saturated sky, so that's the one I went with. I wanted to talk about some of the elements that I really liked about this painting before we close out. I think the things that really make it work are kind of the small things. The water jumping out from the river, the cast shadow from the spaceship itself, the reflected light on the rocks coming from the water. Some of the repeating shapes also make it work. Alright guys, that about does it for the time-lapse. I might be able to do more of these soon, maybe as many as one per week, depending on painting speed really, because I finally set up a box for the express purpose of rendering video. I'm not sure what to talk about though, so if you have suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Find me on Twitter at DarnusArt or on ArtStation, just Darnus, as well as my personal site, darnusart.com. As always, you can view these live on Twitch, Twitch TV/DarnusArt, and hope to see you soon.